Hello, and welcome back to Stanley. I think that there may be some more to this place.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Yes, so I found out about a few extra ending things that I hadn't even thought of. Or hadn't noticed. So I'll just...
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Hey, those are the wrong cups. They are not supposed to be like that. I noticed this yesterday when I was making some extra videos that I'm going to upload. I'm not sure if they'll be up before or after this one. Probably probably after. But the cups need to be right. They can't be wrong.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Well, anyways, these cups are supposed to be colored red, green, and blue to symbolize the Triforce from The Legend of Zelda. But today it's yellow, red, and red. And yes, Sloth, I am recording a video, and I will be coming to you soon. Yeah, so how do we get up here? Yes. Look at this ending. Oh. But... Yay, I got out!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and Mrs. Rich, perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Okay, begin the game again.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
No.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map.
No, he didn't.
Until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Yay! Oh, he's going to play badly.
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Yes, I'm
What Stanley
gangly.
liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable.
What was that voice?
You too will become quite unbearable.
Okay, I doubt this is going anywhere. Let's go to the last one.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
But maybe they're back now. Nope. No orders. No orders at all. It's still the wrong cups. Are you kidding me? Or at least I kind of pointed it out in possibly several of those other videos. Even though they have no commentary.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, he did. Hello, employee of the year.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes. Can I go in here? Okay. Well, I want to go in there. I've got a feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. Wait.
Stepping into his mannequin.
Yes, let's take a look at what happens here. The right door is closed. Hello, employee of the year. Well, what do we have here? Hey, Gonzo, get away. You are now leaving. Okay, I'm leaving. Escape pod bay for 760. That. There's an elevator, which is something else I have to check out. I figured that out when I was kind of messing around with the console yesterday. I'm not sure if it's the same one or not, but I have to check it out. So, floor 760. The narration has completely stopped. Mr. Narrator, can you please try to stop me? My life is meaningless without you. Hey, this is my office. Was there ever anything like this outside of it? No, this is the window I climbed out of. What? I climbed out of this window. I fell into a white space. What? I can't see anything. No, this is still the office. What? All of the floors are going through this floor. Unless there's multiple instances of that floor. And I don't see any reason for that. Escape pod launch bay. And still the same floor. What? Oh? What do we have here? I will escape. What? What? What just happened? What? That was kind of abrupt.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes. Surely. Well, then I want to check out the elevator before
When
I end
Stanley
this.
came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Yes, you did. And the
Yet
keybind
there
is
was not
gone.
a single person here either.
Where's the keybind
Feeling
gone?
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Bind Q and underscore remove. Just to make things easy. To be rich, crime. To commit crimes. Isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Well, I'm going here. Look at the panda with a gun to his face. I want to check this out. Let's go down. By the way, if no one has realized yet, the background music is saying Stanley at the random intervals. Because it may be a little bit low in the video. And then it's the narrator humming. And there are some strange things around the wall. Are you kidding me, narrator? Are you kidding me? What? Can I go up? Are you kidding me? Well, isn't that lovely? The elevator was shaking and making music and it didn't move. That's so fun. Get rid of those pencils. Those doors. And that thing.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud.
I ruined it.
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose
There's no keypad.
be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No, he couldn't. Absolutely not. What?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs, trying to input anything on the device.